Hey, welcome to Mental Monday, folks. It's Jason here. Just a thought with Jason. And time. Time is an interesting factor. I want to talk about a study I read when it comes to Mental Mondays that says that actually things can go better for you if you actually budget 15 minutes to worry a day. So you say, like, I'm going to set aside this time period and I'm going to worry for this 15 minutes and only that 15 minutes. It's actually been peer reviewed. It's appeared in some journals. I think it's crazy. I'm going to be honest with you. In fact, they say at the point, because I read the article then, it says, if you find yourself worrying before that designated time, just defer it. Just put it off until the time comes for you to worry. It's good to have a special place to go to worry. And this is your worry seat and these kind of things. And I'm like, this is kind of crazy to me. I instead would recommend, if you want to keep your mind sharp, because if we're going to love the Lord our God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength, if we're going to do that, keeping our mind sharp is important. I recommend you take the time to spend 15 minutes a day praying. I'm going to show you guys a picture here. This picture is one you might have seen before. It was up in our house growing up, and it is kind of a classic picture. As you can see there at the bottom is actually a painting. This is the one that I had in our house. It was a painting. The actual thing was a picture that was taken back in 1918, and the guy did it. He's a cobbler, is the one who is the guy in the picture, and the guy who took the picture said, I wanted to make sure that people knew in 1918, even though we're at war, there's still hope and a lot to be thankful for. I started thinking about that, and I thought, man, that is what we need to keep our minds sharp, is the intentional time to pray so that we can keep our minds where they need to be, where it needs to be. Matthew 6, 25 to 34, as it says there at the bottom, it talks a lot about worrying and a lot about how we need to not be worrying. It lists a whole bunch of things of not to be worrying about. And if we didn't spend that time worrying, just think of where we could be. Think about little kids. They're on 100 miles an hour, and most of them that you know probably don't worry about a whole lot of things. They don't have to worry about where the food's coming. They don't have to worry about if there's going to be heat in their house. I've known a lot of kids where that was not the situation. And let me tell you, when they actually have to start worrying about that kind of stuff, it's a lot harder for them to think. I know there's a student that my wife had down in North Carolina who was homeless. They were living out of their car. And as a result, it was really hard for them to be able to do any schoolwork because they had to worry about these other things. Philippians 4, though, 6 and 7 is something I want to end with here. It says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything with prayer and supplication, make your requests known to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your mind in Christ Jesus. You see, when our minds are focused on Him, we can lay that stuff at His feet and say, hey, God, I don't know what to do about this. It's hard and it's painful. Help me, please. And God says, I got you. I will help you. I will give you that peace that you need. You don't have to worry. So my challenge is this. You want to keep your mind sharp? Spend at least 15 minutes a day praying about those things that you might have been worried about had you not known an awesome God who loves you and cares for you. Anyway, just a thought. Hope you guys have a great day. Think well. God's given you a mind. Let's use it.